One of the biggest hopes for Star Wars Hunters from a lot of people at this moment in time is the desire for the game to be releasing on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. The game will of course be launching on mobile and Nintendo Switch at launch, but unfortunately there is a huge stigma surrounding mobile games, so I've seen a lot of comments from various different people saying that they won't be playing it unless it's on PC, which I do find a little bizarre honestly, because on the phone the game actually plays really nicely, and it did recently add controller support as well, so you can literally play with a PS5 controller on your phone, and at that point it really is no different to playing it on console. Now with that being said, a current job listing on the Zynga careers page leads me to think that the game actually could be releasing on PC and other consoles at some point during the life cycle of the game, but please do remember that this is purely speculative on my part and in no way is this news of any kind. Now before I do dive into that though, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on for all things Star Wars Hunters. This channel really is currently the best place to be for all of the latest news, updates and speculation on Star Wars Hunters, so if the game does pique your interest then this is the place to be. Anyway, like I said, there's a job going at Zynga at the moment for Star Wars Hunters, which is an executive producer role, which I am a little bit surprised at given that the game is somewhat close to launching and an executive producer is very high up the chain of command. But regardless of that, the thing that really caught my interest here is the desired skills and experience section, where it states that experience with PC or console, likely with regard to being a producer for titles on those platforms, is desired for this game. Now I can't really see why Zynga would want that if the game wasn't going to be releasing on PC, PlayStation and Xbox at some point. Now in all fairness, the experience isn't required for this role as it is just desired, so it's absolutely not confirmation of any kind whatsoever that the game will be launching on PC. But the way I see it, and the way I've actually seen it for a very long time now, is that if the game is as successful as they're hoping for at launch or even more successful, then they may very well be looking into releasing it on other platforms later on. So for launch I think it will still very likely be releasing on mobile and Switch only, which is absolutely fine, but I do think it would be really cool to see it come to PC and other consoles at some point further down the line, as it will ultimately expand the player base. So to answer the question of will the game release on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, which is something I do actually sometimes get quite often, the answer is that I think it absolutely could do, but it certainly won't be at launch, which should be later this year. But I would say to those disappointed by that, don't lose hope, as it's always possible. What I'll also say is that if you're one of those people putting the game down or unwilling to give it a chance just because it's a mobile game, then I heavily urge you to rethink that. The game is free to play, it's visually great to look at, and it will no doubt have content support for a very long time if it's successful, but the most important thing is that it's a multiplayer Star Wars game, which is something that we've not had for a long time now. Like I said earlier, it does actually have controller support as well, so yes, okay, you'll be playing on your phone, but you could always mirror your phone to a different device and then just play on your controller, and then it's basically your console at that point anyway. I will of course be sure to keep you up to date with regards to a release date for Star Wars Hunters, and of course if we hear any news with regards to the game releasing on PC and other consoles, then I will be sure to let you know first. But that is going to be it from me today guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.